In the heart of Steubenville, Ohio, along the winding banks of the Ohio River, stands a remarkable monument to America's frontier past. Historic Fort Steuben, here, history is not just remembered, it's brought to life. In 1786, only a few years after the Revolutionary War, the 1st American Regiment built a fort at this site. Their mission was clear: to protect government surveyors as they mapped the Northwest Territory, land that would one day become 5 states, including Ohio. At the heart of this effort was a survey of the 7 ranges, the very first federal land survey in the United States. Its grid system transformed wilderness into order, laying the foundation for farms, towns, and states. The fort, named for Baron von Steuben, the Prussian officer who trained Washington's army, was a symbol of America's fragile but growing frontier. Yet the fort's life was short, abandoned by 1787 and possibly burned in 1790. It disappeared into history, its memory buried beneath the growing city of Steubenville. For nearly 2 centuries, Fort Steuben was forgotten. By the 20th century, its site was covered by buildings and parking lots. That began to change in 1979, thanks to a partnership between the Kiwanis Club of Steubenville and a local history professor, Dr. Jack Boyd. These excavations, supported by the College of Steubenville, became a field school for archaeology students. Over the years, they uncovered artifacts and foundations that offered the first tangible evidence of Fort Steuben's forgotten history. In 1985, Dr. Boyd gave a public lecture on the fort's history. In the audience sat Elizabeth King, a retired teacher with a passion for education and community. Elizabeth saw more than a lecture. She saw a vision. With her husband Richard, she founded the Old Fort Steuben Project in 1986. Their goal: rebuild the fort, revitalize downtown, and create a place where history could be lived, not just studied. Fundraising began, volunteers rallied, and the dream of Fort Steuben's return was set in motion. By Monday, November 23, 1987, the vision had taken a giant leap forward. The Old Fort Steuben Project Incorporated successfully negotiated with the Ohio Power Company to obtain the crucial property, a former parking lot on Adams Street, securing the exact site for the reconstruction. On that day, the project's core leaders were announced, a dedicated group who believed in making history a promotable package for Steubenville. These were the project board of directors members who built the foundation. President, Mrs. Elizabeth King, retired Steubenville City School teacher. Vice President, Charles Govey, General Manager and Publisher, Steubenville Herald-Star. Secretary, Barbara Topp, American Association of University Women. Treasurer, Douglas Naylor, Vice President of Barium and Chemicals Incorporated. D.E. Sam Henderson, Ohio Power Company Division Manager. Betty Applegate, wife of Congressman Douglas Applegate. Geraldine Cohen, Steubenville Herald-Star reporter. Board members, Richard King, Kent State East Liverpool Branch President, Dr. Boyd, archaeologist, Otto Jack Jr., attorney, and Steubenville Mayor David Hyndman. Together, these individuals forged more than a building. They built a bridge between generations. Guided by their research, reconstruction began immediately. By the late 1980s, the first blockhouse stood once again on the site. In the years that followed, the fort became a true cultural campus. A visitor center opened its doors, the Berkman Amphitheater and the Veterans Memorial Fountain were added. What had once been a neglected lot was transformed into a community landmark and a vibrant gathering place. From 1986 to 2006, Elizabeth King led the project with quiet determination. She never sought recognition. Her vision turned history into a source of community pride. Today, Fort Steuben continues as a center for education. Children discover frontier life through hands-on programs. Reenactors bring history to life. This is the enduring legacy of Elizabeth King, and all of the founders. Today, historic Fort Steuben continues to grow as a cultural and educational center. Archaeologists from Franciscan University still excavate the grounds, uncovering new layers of Jefferson County's past. Concerts, festivals, and field trips bring thousands of visitors each year. From a forgotten outpost to a vibrant, living historical site, Fort Steuben stands as a testament to resilience, vision, and the power of community. On the banks of the Ohio River, the past is never silent. Historic Fort Steuben reminds us that preserving our heritage is not only about remembering, it's about inspiring generations to come.